We're going to do something really odd today with the big pouring your heart out frog mold, and my apologies, I haven't cleaned it. And the other thing I've made is this. It's made of Let's Resin's lovely silicone, and that's going to be an inlay at some point quite soon. You'll probably work out what I'm doing. I've got my resin mixed up mostly, and I'll put a bit of Let's Resin's light green into it. It's a colour I'm quite fond of. Don't know whether to put a bit of sparkle in it as well. And under my left elbow here is my debubbling machine. Now this resin does debubble really well on its own, but because I know that these sort of moulds with these lips here are quite prone to getting bubbles stuck under them, I am going to actually pop it in my debubbling machine anyway. And it's my new little compact Istoyo one, which is really good. So that's what we're going to be using. So let's just get it mixed up. I don't want it's frog, I want it green. Do I put a tiny bit of sparkle? You know what? I think I do. Let's have a tiny bit of sparkle to it. Let's have a little bit of the 80 mesh Super Sparkle White, which you can probably see floating around in the air as soon as I took the lid off. This stuff's stupidly fine. But we're only going to put a bit. I just want the tiniest bit of sparkle. Is that enough? Yeah, that'll do. Maybe just a teeny tiny bit more. There we go. Oh, is that away again? Right, you can see just that little bit of shimmer in there. Right, I'm just going to pop this into the debubbler. Make sure I haven't got resin on my gloves because I keep messing up things like the debubbler by getting resin all over it. There we are. Just going to stick it on 5 minutes. See you shortly. Well, I'm really pleased to see that it's not sinking, and neither is the glitter. Hoping this will just carry on floating up. I do need it quite a bit higher up than that. I have a horrible feeling it is touching the bottom, but I'll just keep going gradually. Pouring this into his feet. It'll run down anyway. It's just a way to get it to run down, really. I want it to stay fairly central as well. I think I'm going to mix up a bit more. This is a bit trial and error. I'm just going to keep coming up until it gets to the level I want. And as you can see, it's now morning. We've got sunlight. And I am kicking myself rather, because while this last layer was curing, this moved and I wasn't paying attention. I didn't come back and check on it. So it's all moved over to one side. There's also a hell of a lot of bubbles in here, which after all the trouble I took to avoid bubbles is really annoying. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I've been looking for a bit of plastic and I've found these are in plastic. So we're going to cut this up. Need to tip these into something because yes, indeed, this is going to be a shaker. Now, I don't know how successful this is going to be, having messed up and got bubbles everywhere. Oh, I'm kicking myself. I will be having another go at this, by the way. So we're going to cut this packet open. I'm hoping these bubbles here won't matter because yes, indeed, we are making a shaker. And of course, this will be filled with oil, which might disguise the bubbles. I'm hoping so. I have to admit, this is the first time I've really had a proper go at making a shaker. And so far, I'm making a total hash of it. Anyway. I'm just wanting the plastic off this packet. These are nice, aren't they? They're those decorative table thingies. We'll be doing something with those at some point. They're just acrylic crystals, but you see, we've got some plastic here that I'm hoping I can use to make the back for my shaker. Because what I wanted was something a bit thicker than just acetate. It's going to be big enough, isn't it? Yeah. So it's not terribly clear or anything, but again, once it's resin, I'm hoping it'll be okay. So if I cut it off there, that goes in there. Now the trouble is it's actually touched the side here. There is a little bit of resin along here. See, this is why I wanted it to not move. I think this will be all right. I fix it so. There's going to be a good layer of resin behind it anyway, so let's see. Now the next trick is, can I get this ultraviolet curing glue to not cure? So I'm building this up a little bit with some ultraviolet glue. And this is just to lift, because there's a lip around this. So I just want to lift that a little bit to try to give me a flat surface for it to go down onto. And as the sun is out, I'm just going to move that into the sun and leave it for a moment. Back in a sec. Going to find some baby oil. Apparently, there's a lot of things you can put in your shaker type things. But baby oil sounds like it's a popular one. So we're going to do this. And then, ta-da! Plastic flies. Come on, some of you guessed I was going to do that, didn't you? These are disgusting. We're going to drop them in and hope that the baby oil doesn't degrade them. I don't know how many to put. Quite a lot, I think. This could have been a very greedy frog. You see, it's moved up. It would have been nearer his tummy as well. Do we put a bit of glitter in with them? I don't know. I think that's enough. Right, I'm going to find a bit of glitter. I know. These are Mirage Flakes from Create and Bloom. Look at that. They're like a chunky chameleon flake type thing. Let's just put a tiny bit of that. Get some little tweezers. She says tiny bit. There you go, that's quite a bit. That'll do. Do you think I'm having too much fun with this? Right, I'm going to try and fill it up without getting any of the oil round the sides. Do we have any more flies? Do I put anything else in there? I think if we put too many flies, you won't see what they are. Let's look at these crystals. Put in some of these crystals in here. They're only acrylic, but I wonder what they'll do. Will they sparkle? No, they won't, but it might break the flies up a bit, mightn't it? So if they don't sparkle, let's have a bit more. I don't want to detract from the flies, but I do want to give it a bit of something. So let's have a little bit more Mirage. I'm going to put some of this in a glitter lamp at some point, by the way. I've got one I need to restore. I found out what the fluid they put in glitter lamps is as well. I just haven't got around to doing anything about it. Now, we will end up with a bubble in this, which is actually kind of what I want. A weird bubble in the top, because I daren't fill this up any more than that. Because if it goes over the sides, it's not going to seal, is it? Right, now I'm going to need to shade this until I am ready for my plastic. So I'm going to put my hand around it, because the sun coming in through the window is now really quite strong. And this is the 5 to 10 second curing epoxy UV curing glue from, and this is the, oh god, I've got the oil everywhere. This is the 5 second curing glue from Let's Resin. I think I've got oil where I shouldn't have. Pretty sure I have. I think I overfilled it. Let's see when I let go. That's oil. Right, now the resin isn't going to like that, is it? And this is why I don't usually do shakers. I think it's just that side. I certainly can't feel it anywhere else. So what I'm going to do is tip him a little bit this way, just slightly, and make sure that I've cleaned this thoroughly. I think it has almost sealed. To be fair, this isn't the easiest shape to do this with, is it? It really isn't. Because that needs to be degreased, let's get a bit of... I don't like using alcohol in moulds too much, but once in a while I don't think it's going to do too much harm. And I just need to wipe that out. Let's have another cloth. These are my usual Wonder Wipes, by the way, and they get up all sorts of anything. I just thought that little bit of alcohol would give it that extra. That feels okay actually now. That just feels damp from the cloth and the alcohol. Let's just make sure. Now I think everything else is sealed up. So I'm going to put a bit more UV resin down there. In fact, I think I'll go all the way around. Don't forget this is the fast cure stuff. And we have got the sun coming in, so if I just put the lid on quick. And that bubble doesn't seem to be releasing itself, does it? So what we're going to do now is mix up some epoxy again and hope for the best. So in the meantime, I'm going to just push this into the sun. Make sure that UV resin is curing well. Gosh, I'm making a mess, aren't I? And it's gloves time. Let's get the epoxy on the go. Right, let's see if this will fill it up. And let's start praying, everyone. Same colour, same mix. You can see the edge of the dome. I just hope this is going to disguise those bubbles in there. Not the big one, obviously. I quite like the big one. That was the whole point. Anyway, need a bit more. I'm just going to top it up. We'll see what happens when we demould it. So I'll see you later. Now, I thought about demoulding this over the sink because it leaks. Anyway, I can see I've got an awful lot of overspill to sort out. Precision clippers to do that. Look at this. It's because I was trying to get a really good coat on the back of that area. Anyway, let's get him out. And first thing is just make sure he doesn't leak, and then I'll get my little trimmers and get the fending bits removed. I'm really quite frightened. I don't know why, because actually it's not leaking at the moment. It did at first, by the way. When I put the second layer on, I had to get oil off the surface. I think it was coming out here, where it had drifted to the side and was touching the mould. Oops. Here we go, folks. Here he comes. I hope I didn't put too much glitter in and it's hidden the flies. I put a bit too much. There we go. Pop the mould straight back around the right way so it doesn't get damaged. I think I put too much glitter in, but it's funny when you see it from underneath And you can see the flies moving around. Definitely got a little bit of oil come out somewhere, because there's a bit on his surface. Found the leak. It's this side as suspected, that it looks as if it was touching the resin. The silicone rather of the mould. So I'm just putting some of the 5-second fast cure UV glue on there, and I'm going to zap it with a torch and hope for the best. Obviously I've had to clean the leaked oil off with a wipe first. Anyway, I think we're there. I shouldn't have put so much of the sparkle in. I should have just left it clear. I should have cleared bubbles off the little inlay before I put the, dropped it fully into the resin. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned by this one. But it was hellishly good fun. And because I had those leaks, obviously I've got quite a big bubble in there. And I don't think I'd put the glitter in with the flies next time either. Simply because that seems to have stuck to the resin. And so it's not doing what I wanted it to do. So that stopped the leak. We got it. I'm going to colour his eyes in. Some acrylic markers and a bit of UV over the top. Then I'll trim these bits off. What's that there? That's odd. Still making sure I've got no leaks. So this is how I tend to do the eyes on these big ones. This is an acrylic marker. Just hoping there's none of that oil on these eyes. Doesn't look like it. Colour them in, and then all I'm going to do is put a black line down the middle, probably with an alcohol marker. I find that kind of goes better for the black down the centre. These are the Let's Resin acrylic markers, by the way. Dry really quickly, which is great for this sort of thing. I'll see you for the next one, folks. I hope this made you giggle a bit.